check, mic check.
Mic check, 1, 2. Yeah, what you was thinking?
Just the intro.
What's good? Good morning. I'm at Sunnyvale High School. They asked me to come out and speak this morning. The word is enthusiasm. They said DP is always enthusiastic, so you know I'm gonna bring some heat, I'm gonna bring some gems, try and bring some energy. It's about 7 in the morning right now. We started at 7:15, but I'm gonna give them some work this morning. Hey, I love all my Sunnyvale kids, parents. I've worked with them for a long time. So, hey, I gotta pull up on them. Y'all will see me inside, dropping some bombs.
Montage.
Thank you, good sir. Good morning, fellas. Good morning, fellas. Hey, so I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to talk with you all. Just talking with Coach Gear, I was telling him thank you for one, because I've been around this community for a long time. I was in Sunnyvale when there was probably like 3 houses. There was 3 houses. One of my best friends at the time, I was probably like 9, 10. His grandpa had built a house out here. It was like his house. You probably run half a mile with somebody else's house. You run another half a mile with somebody else's house. We used to just run around. We used to just be in the pool, whatever. So I've been out in Sunnyvale since it was in the beginning. Now I'm working with some kids that I've worked with their older brother, their older sister. So it's cool to see those faces in here. I love this community. I work, like I said, with the oldest siblings to the youngest now. So it was a no-brainer for me to be able to come in here. And the word of the week is enthusiasm, right? That's pretty much just excitement. How excited are you to do something? And that's what I want to talk about today, is that excitement will carry you a long way with anything you do. Sports, life, relationships. Coach Gear said, nobody better than me. I very much appreciate that. Because I'm excited about whatever I do. Because when I do something, it's something I want to do. As you get older, you realize you have choices. So when you do something, you chose to do it. So why not be excited about it? If I'm on this team right now, you're choosing to play football. Nobody is holding you hostage and saying you have to play for this team. So if you're going to play, play. If you're going to come to practice, be excited about it. I don't care if you're the starter, the backup, or you think you might not ever play. You got to be excited about your job and what you do. What do you bring to this team? What do you bring to the coaches? What do you bring to your brothers, your family that's on the team around you? When I started building my company, a lot of people didn't believe in what I was doing, especially back then, right? In 2012, trainers, doing the things I was doing, people were like, nah, you can't make a career out of that. Why are you doing that? Because I saw my dad do it. And the craziest thing is when I saw my dad do it, I saw that he wasn't able to make a career out of it. But I loved what he was doing. I was enthusiastic about it. So when I approached it with a different mental approach of saying, you know what, every day, I'm gonna do something, excuse me, I'm gonna do something to get better. I'm gonna do something to help somebody else get better. I'm gonna wake up excited about what I do. And that's gonna be the difference. Don't let anybody tell you what you're doing isn't important. Like I said, it don't matter if you're the starting quarterback or the punter or the last guy on the bench. It doesn't matter. Whatever your position is. When you walk into that classroom, be excited about it. Because one day it can lead you to something bigger, better. When you leave this building, whatever you're doing after that, I don't care if it's playing Call of Duty, playing the piano, whatever you're doing, be excited about it. Because if you're not, why are you doing it? Anything that you choose to do and you're not excited to be doing it, why are you doing it? Find something that you will be excited about doing. A lot of people say, oh, this person's super successful doing this, I'm gonna do it. But that's not what you want to do. You're doing it because somebody else is doing it and you've seen them have success. You've seen them be excited about what they're doing. You don't have to do what anybody else does. You have to do what you want to do and be the best at that. Everything you approach is about your mental approach to it. Once again, like I said, relationships, school, football, all those things come back to one thing. How do you approach it? What's your mental about that? Because if you go into a classroom and you know, I'm gonna fail a test, you're gonna fail a test. If you think you're gonna pass the test, does that mean you're just gonna pass it? No, but if I think I'm gonna pass the test, I'm excited about doing whatever I'm doing, I'm probably gonna put myself in position to pass the test. If I'm excited about trying to be a football player, that doesn't mean I just get to automatically be the best football player because I'm excited about it. But if I'm truly excited about something, I'm gonna do everything in my mind, my heart, to be good at it, to put myself in position to win. That's what you gotta do with everything. Like, we always talk about positive thoughts, positive thoughts. That only matters when there's positive action behind it. But if you truly believe something, if you're excited about it, if you think you're gonna win tonight, you're gonna put yourself in that position. If not, you're not. I was talking on my Instagram about the Alabama A&M coach, and he could have been doing reverse psychology or whatever. But he was like, you know what? We're playing UAB, they're gonna be good this year. We're trying to make it out healthy. We're gonna learn a lot, and we're trying to keep this game as competitive as possible for as long as possible. I immediately, what's the spread on that game? I'm taking UAB. I don't care if it's 100. And guess what? UAB covered the spread easily. Because when you go out there talking about, I'm just going to try to stay competitive for as long as possible, you have no chance of winning. Now, like I said, just because you said, oh, I think we're going to win and we truly believe that, that don't mean you're going to win. They lost 59-0. You don't know, it could have been 45-21, 45-28, or it could have still been 59-0. But it doesn't matter. It matters about your approach and what you believe in. Because once you use that approach on one thing, that same approach is going to take over on something else. When I got to Kansas, we were coming off of a 12-1 season, an Orange Bowl season. So I seen how we went into games when I first got there. Oh, we playing Texas, so let's do it. We playing OU, so let's do it. Excited wherever we went. We love going on the road. 110,000 people in the stands versus UT. Another however many million watching you on ESPN. We were excited about being there, regardless of the result. We won some of them, we lost some of them. By the time I left the school, had 3 or 4 different coaches by then. The program wasn't the same. There wasn't any more excitement about going to UT, going to OU. And the scores reflected it. The guys reflected it. So like I said, I went to the same school and I seen this and I seen this. And we had the same type of players across the board. The same guys that were NFL guys when I got there, safeties, running backs, linebackers. When I left there and we went from 12-1 and 1-11, we still had safeties, cornerbacks, running backs, linebackers. Kansas still has guys going to the NFL. But the difference is the approach that has been taken over the last few years to get the program where it's at now. If you want to bring it back, you got to be excited, enthusiastic of being out there, not just being there because you feel you have to. Nobody has to play college football. Nobody has to play high school football. DP doesn't have to come up here and talk, but I want to. I'm excited about it. I was sitting in the parking lot at 6:40. I'm not walking in 5 minutes before. If I'm going to be here, I'm going to be here on time. I'm going to be prepared. Anything I do, I want to do. Like I said, the older you get, right, you get to make more and more decisions for yourself. Do you want to do it or don't you? And if you choose to do it, be excited about it, put 100% in. When I was building my brand, people laughed. Coach Stutz will tell you, he was out there when we had red shirts and I'm putting a sticker with an RP on it. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna wear my brand because I'm excited about it. I have pride in it. Same thing when you put that helmet on. That's y'all's brand here. When you put the helmet on, be excited about it, have pride in it, because when people talk about Sunnyvale, they talk about it in a certain way. When people talk about North Mesquite, they talk about it in a way. When they talk about Rockwall, they talk about it in a way, right? And we know everybody isn't being talked about in the same way. So where you grow up, where you play ball at, whatever you do, you want people, when they hear Sunnyvale, to be like, oh, okay. Oh, okay, I know about Sunnyvale. Because once again, like I said, before many of you were born, I was in Sunnyvale. And I've seen a lot of great Sunnyvale players. I've seen a lot of great Sunnyvale teams. Seen a lot of great leaders. We got to find out who's going to be the leaders of these teams. Like Coach said, 18 out of 38 haven't even played varsity before. That's a massive number, right? That's a big number, especially for the number of guys you have on the team. Who's going to be the leader? Who's going to be the guy? The best thing I love about Sunnyvale is not the football, it's the community. It's the parents, because I've seen the leadership. I've seen the Caleb McDeals. I've seen Tripp. I've seen those type of players come through here where there was leadership. 3 years ago before COVID, mind you, y'all said y'all have like 38 guys on the team. When I was still in Mesquite teaching, and I had my facility over here before we went out to Forney, from January all the way through July, there was a group of 20 guys. Mind you, y'all got about 38. 20 guys were showing up at my facility at 5 a.m. in the morning, Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. 5 a.m. in the morning, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, 20 guys. They would leave there, get breakfast, come to basketball practice or whatever else they had to do basketball practice, do school, and work out again. We did that from January to June, into June, July. Nobody was forcing them to be there. And the craziest thing about it is we had 20 guys. We were supposed to start with about 8. We were in there working, grinding, we got to 20. In the attendance, there was never a time where 2 people were missing on the same day. Like I used to tell people, I was like, this is crazy. This isn't coach ran, this is player ran. And we have almost 99 to 100% attendance every day at 5 a.m. in the morning. I know when I was in high school, ain't no way I was waking up at 4 something to get somewhere at 5 something to work out and then go work out again. But then that team showed it. They went in the playoffs. They made their run, right? They ran into a really good team. A lot of good players on the team out from Texarkana, I believe, Pleasant Grove, had some guys. But guess what? Won 7-on-7 that summer, had a heck of a season, and I told them they would. Anybody that has brothers in here, you can ask them. I told them, y'all gonna kill it in 7-on-7 because that's the first thing up. Y'all gonna have a great season because the work you put in. Think about that. Half of your team waking up at 4 something in the morning, carpooling, calling each other. Why aren't you here? Why are you late? That's leadership. That's enthusiasm. Nobody made those guys be here. So that's what I'm gonna ask of you all. What are y'all gonna do to be great? Like the other Sunnyvale teams that were great. Right? It's all about how you feel about yourself and what you believe. When I was coming to games in Sunnyvale all the time, when Caleb and some of those guys was here, every week I used to talk to them. How do you feel? You already know how we feel, coach. And it showed. You get here 5 minutes late, the score is going to be 24-0 before you blink. Every week. Every week. Halftime, 56-0, 49-0. What type of Sunnyvale team are you going to be? Are you going to be remembered as one of those teams? Or is it going to be like, oh, that's when Sunnyvale kind of started getting shaky. They weren't making the playoff runs. They weren't sweeping the district. They were losing 3 or 4 games throughout the season. Or are you going to be a team that keeps up that tradition like the people before you? How excited are you to be at this school, doing the job that you have? And the best thing about it for y'all, nobody shouldn't be excited to be here. You got 38 guys. You're literally always a play away from playing, a drive away from playing, anything away from playing. You go out there to Allen, they got 150 guys. Dudes knowing they will never play. Here, you matter on this team. Everybody matters, yeah. But on some teams, if I'm gonna keep it real, you don't. There's 150 guys, dude, you're the 10th wide receiver. Not on out of all 20 of them, you number 10 at your spot. Here, you have a chance to be great. You have a chance to do something. It matters. So when you go out there, not only tonight, every night, every practice, make it matter, make it count. When you go to class today, make it count. And I'm not the guy up here just to say, oh, go to class because people want you to say that. I say that because I had a 3.8 when I was in high school. I say that because I was the only guy that graduated on time when I was in college in my recruiting class. It matters because how you do anything is how you do everything. If you slack in class, I guarantee you it's going to show up on the field. I guarantee you if I go to anybody's house and your room is dirty, guess what? I guarantee you your locker's dirty and your car is dirty. I guarantee you, like I said, you ain't gonna do one thing over here and one thing over there. Whatever you do over here, you're gonna do it over here too. How excited are you to be you? How excited are you to build something special? How excited are you to be the quarterback, the receiver, the brother, the son? I promise you, it all matters. Because at the end of the day, we'll all leave here from Sunnyvale, and some people will be here, and some people will be here. And guess what? You'll have no excuse. You have the same coaches, grew up in the same community, walked the same hallways. Some people just took advantage of what was placed in front of them, and some didn't. Some will make excuses, and some gonna make plays. So that's what I'm gonna leave you with. I don't care whatever you're doing. If you choose to be there, be excited about being there. Try to do your best, or don't go at all. I don't care how much talent you have. If you don't want to be here, leave. I want the guy that's going to fight with me. I want the guy that's going to cry with me, bleed with me, because he wants to be here. Because the best guy on the team don't mean nothing if you don't want to be here. When you get hard, I'm out, I don't have to be here. This is hard. Find the people around you in this room that you don't want to be here, and you ride with them. Not the best guy. Be the best guy that has as well. Right? I want you to find people that want to be here, that are excited about being here, and I promise you, it'll take you a lot further along.
What up, sir?
Oh, what's good, my boy? You too skinny for me now. I gotta look at you. Yes, sir. My man done lost all type of weight. That boy Preston. Hey, tell your pops I say hello and your mama.
Hey, that's the name right there.
Hey,
This man.
hey, we killed another one. We did our thing. Hey, when they ask, you know I'ma show up because DP love the kids. DP love the kids. But yeah.